like I said, I had the opportunity to witness to somebody, and basically the story was is they were an atheist. So this isn't, unfortunately, it wasn't in person, so I couldn't talk to them. But when I go through and I find the news and I'm reading what's going on and whatnot, I usually check out the comments just to see what people are putting there. And somebody posted a comment on, I don't remember what article it was, but somebody posted a comment talking about how they're an atheist, but they were feeling led to find God, even though they don't believe that God is real. So you could, I mean, right there as a Christian, you should be looking at that going, oh, he's tugging. Somebody planted a seed somewhere. There's been some water dropped on there, and the Lord's tugging. So obvious. I don't hardly ever comment on this stuff, but if I see that I mean, I have to. That's what we're here for. So I commented on there, and basically I was saying, well, if you can take a look at what's going on with the end times, the prophetic events that were foretold in the scripture, and if you look at what is happening now, you will see that God is real, and you must go through Jesus to get saved. So obviously I'm not going to write a book in a reply, but hopefully I could strike up a conversation. And so I put it out there. I was like, just take a look at the events going on, look at what's going on with scripture. I was hoping that he would maybe respond like, hey, what are you talking about? And then I can get going. But if he did, I'm sitting there going, wow, what do I even start on this? But the thing that I noticed, and I'm going to start it off with something a little, just roll with me. Every once in a while I get on these soapbox rants. Roll with me. But I put that comment on there, and then somebody replied to me. They didn't reply to the atheist guy. Somebody replied to me. And he's somebody who claims to be a Christian. He claims to be a Jesus follower. And he skipped over the atheist who says he was feeling led to find God. And he decided he was going to start arguing with me. He was going to start attacking to disprove my approach of that we're in the end times. So this man who says he's a Christian skipped over the guy seeking salvation, seeking Jesus, and decided it was worth more of his time to try and disprove my approach on trying to get Jesus to this guy. How many times have you guys seen this where it's just you get into what's supposed to be like a Christian message board or a Christian chat or comments on a Christian video, and I mean, I'll be honest, some of the most vile and aggressive comments I've ever seen are Christians attacking one another. Just being honest. And so this dude's mindset was, oh, well, I'm a Christian. He says he's a Christian. I'm going to skip over this guy and just go ahead and start disproving the person who's trying to share Jesus. I responded and I called him out on it. I had to kind of like, okay, calm down. Don't get aggressive. But I had to reply. I said, your line of thinking should be going after this guy, sharing Jesus with this person. But you would rather try and disprove and argue with somebody rather than worry about the soul of the guys there. And I said, your focus should be on sharing Jesus. I said, that should be your main goal. That's what we're called to do. He basically just brushed off my sharing Jesus comment. What did he say? He said, sharing Jesus is great, but... Really? You're going to throw in a but there? Yeah, he said, sharing Jesus is great, but... And he said, my approach and my belief... And I said something about like past... Because he was talking about end times, how everybody believes that they were in the end times all throughout history. And I said, well, past generations weren't really, I guess, studying it as they should, because there were certain things that needed to happen before hand. And so he basically started attacking my belief of the past generations were not fully studied on the end times, and actually called my approach as disturbing. He said it was disturbing how I was doing it. I just don't see how that works that way. Where's your priority? Kind of moving away from that. Where is your priority when it comes to at least your online presence, your social media presence? Is your priority reaching out to those who don't know the Lord, and are you sharing Jesus with them? Or are you more interested in arguing with somebody, trying to disprove something, trying to have a debate with somebody on something that is a non-salvation issue? Like I said, the whole point was an atheist being tugged in the direction of God, and then a supposed Christian comes in and attacks the fact that I was trying to answer questions and get Jesus to him. And I'll be honest, the atheist guy never responded to anything. He probably looked at the comment and said, why would I want to be involved with that? That's how I look at it, is all the conversations of all these Christians attacking each other over non-salvation issues. Non-Christians look at that and go, why on earth would I ever want to be a part of that? You know how many people have been turned away because our mentality is to just be right? The mentality here is our focus should be on sharing Jesus, getting Jesus to people by any means necessary, by absolutely any means necessary. People have talked, I've heard criticism about trying to scare people into heaven, scaring them with hell, scaring them with what's coming and stuff. I don't understand that tactic. If you have any chance of getting somebody to Jesus by any means necessary, even if that means scaring them out of hell into heaven, you do it. Especially right now where we're this close, we need to just do it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And so the fact of somebody found it disturbing that I was using the end times to share Jesus, don't ever let that cross your mind. Don't ever let that cross your mind. Do what you have to make sure that person is saved. Make sure that they get to the Lord, especially right now. This crunch tower, this. Don't worry about being right. Especially if it's a non-salvation issue, don't worry about being right. Obviously, if somebody is messing up the gospel and whatnot, then yeah, you need to make sure you correct them on that. Lovingly and respectfully, of course. But if it's a non-salvation issue, don't worry about it. And yeah, if you have to scare somebody into heaven, do it.